Today, we stand before you not as politicians seeking power, but as concerned citizens, offering a pathway towards the transformation our nation. The reality we face. Let me begin with the truth. Uncomfortable as it may be, over 76% of Gambians believe our nation is heading in the wrong direction. More than 63% of our young people are planning to leave, not because they don't love the Gambia, but because they see no future here. Every $3 our government collects goes not to build schools, hospitals, or roads, but to service debt accumulated by systems that have consistently failed to deliver. We possess extraordinary advantages. 56% of our land is suitable for agriculture, yet we import 80%. Surrounded by one of Africa's finest waterways, yet seafood costs more than red meat in our markets. We have a young, energetic, increasingly educated population, yet our best and brightest are risking their lives crossing the Sahara and the Mediterranean rather than building their futures at home. This is not mere political rhetoric. These are the facts, documented in our research and lived by every Gambian family. The question before us is not whether change will come. It is already here, driven by forces more powerful than any government. The question is whether we will guide that change or be consumed by it. The problem with politics as usual. For decades, Gambians' politics has operated on a simple but destructive model. The strong man. One person, one vision, one way. We have rotated through leaders, changed parties, amended constitutions, but the fundamental structure remains the same. Power concentrates at the top. Decision follows downward. Citizens are spectators in their own governance. This model has produced predictable resources. Policies are announced with great fanfare, but quietly abandoned when politicians' winds shift. Institutions exist on a paper, but lack the capacity, resources, or independence to function. The civil service rewards loyalty over competency. Citizens have learned to distrust government promises because experience has taught them that promises rarely become reality. Perhaps most devastatingly, our political culture has normalized patronage and vote buying. Instead of citizens choosing leaders based on vision and competency, we have created a transactional policies where votes are exchanged for rice, cars, or the promise of a job. This is not democracy. It is the organized distribution of state resources to maintain political control. The results: a vicious circle. Leaders use state resources to buy votes. This depletes funds for development. Underdevelopment keeps citizens economically vulnerable. Vulnerable citizens become more susceptible to vote buying, and the cycle repeats, each time deeper than the last. A different way, the power of we. Today, Belief for National Transformation offers a fundamentally different approach. We reject the strongman model. We believe that sustainable transformation requires strong systems, not strong individuals. We believe that wisdom is distributed across our nation, not concentrated in one office or one person. Belief for national transformation is not a traditional political party. It is a movement, a collective endeavor to rebuild our nation on principles that honor both our indigenous wisdom and our contemporary aspiration. We drew inspiration from the Bantaba, where every voice is heard, where decisions emerge from collective deliberations, where leaders serve rather than dominate. Our structure reflects this philosophy. Belief for national transformation will be governed not by a single strong man, but by a governing council of 30 young leaders, one representative from each local government area, bringing the voice, experience, and wisdom of every corner of our nation. This is the power of the we, not the dominance of one, but the collective intelligence of many. Not top-down commands, but bottom-up wisdom. Not patronage policies, but principled governance. The national call for participation. Today, we issue a national call for participation. We are inviting patriotic Gambians from every constituencies to step forward and offer themselves for consideration to serve on the Belief for National Transformation Governing Council. We are looking for 30 individuals who embody the following qualities: integrity, individuals whose character is beyond reproach, who cannot be bought, who place national interest above personal gain. Competency, individuals with demonstrated ability in their fields, whether agriculture, education, health, technology, justice, or enterprise. Connection to community, individuals who understand the daily struggle and aspiration of every ordinary Gambians because they are themselves ordinary Gambians. Commitment to collective leadership, individuals who understand that lasting change comes not from individual heroism, but from collective discipline and shared responsibility. Vision for transformation, individuals who believe, as we do, that the Gambia can and must do better. This is not about credentials or certificates. This is about character, competency, and commitment. We are searching for the Gambia's future leaders, individuals ready to serve not to personalized advancement, but for national transformation. A transparent process. Unlike traditional political recruitment, which happens behind closed doors and rewards connections over competency, Belief for National Transformation selection process will be transparent, participatory, and merit-based. Application will be open to all Gambians. Selection will involve community vettings, interviews, and a rigorous assessment of both character and capability. The process will be managed by an independent selection committee whose membership and criteria will be publicly announced. Every step will be documented. Every decision will be explained. This is governance in the light, not in the shadows. The model that will guide us to this journey. You may ask, what will guide the governing council? How will decision be made? What vision will BNT pursue? The answer lies in 3 fundamental summary of working documents authored by Belief for National Transformation that will be available from today as we speak. 1. Why is change inevitable in the Gambia? This document presents the evidence. It examines our economic reality, our institutional weakness, our demographic pressure, and the convergence of force that make transformation not optional, but a necessity. The Gambian identity. Another document. This document explores who we are as people. It examines our diversity as strength, our indigenous governance systems like the Bantaba, our historical commitment to nonviolence, and our identity as a riverine nation. It asks, how can modern governance align with Gambian reality rather than contradict it? And then the model. This document presents our governance philosophy. It explains how development fails when policies, institutions, resources, and trust are misaligned. It offers a framework for integrated transformation where every reform considers all dimensions of national life simultaneously. These are not campaign slogans. They are serious based analysis developed through years of research, consultations, and reflection. Today, we are distributing a 10-page summary to every media houses present today. The full documents will be made available to any Gambian who wishes to read them. We invite scrutiny, we welcome debate, we encourage questions, because transformation requires not blind faith, but informed participation. What BNT stands for? Let me be clear about what Belief for National Transformation stands for, so there is no confusion or ambiguity in this. We stand for strong system over strong man. We will build institutions that function based on rules, not personalities. We will create systems that outlast any individual leader. Evidence-based governance. Belief for national transformations policies will be based on data, research, and consultation, not on political expediency or personal whim. Belief for national transformation will empower youth empowerment. As the Gambian's median age is 20, our policies must reflect this reality. Youth are not problems to be managed, they are assets to be unleashed. Economic transformation. We will invest in productive capacity, agricultural modernization, infrastructure, and dignified employment, not in patronage and consumption. Decentralization. Power and resources must flow close to communities. The Bantaba principle must guide modern governance. Accountability. Every public official, including those in belief for national transformation, must be held accountable. Transparency is not optional, it is a foundational. Unity in diversity. The Gambia's diversity is our strength, not our weakness. Our movement will reflect and honor all ethnic groups, all religions, and all faiths. Dignity for all. Every Gambian deserves to live with dignity. The market woman who feeds the nation deserves the same respect and protection as the civil servant who administers it. This is not about one election. Let me address a question you might be thinking. Is this about the 2026 presidential election? BNT is not fixated on electoral timelines. True transformation does not happen in election cycles. It happens over generations. We are building a movement that will outlast any single political movement in this country. That said, if Gambians call upon us to serve in positions of responsibilities, we will answer that call. But we will not compromise our principles for electoral expediency. We will not promise what we cannot deliver. We will not buy votes with state resources, but we will not become what people oppose as well. Our focus is on building the movement, clarifying the vision, assembling capable leaders, and earning the trust of Gambians through consistent action over time. Then, a call to every Gambian. This movement is not for BNT alone. I repeat, this movement is not for BNT alone. I repeat, this movement is not for BNT alone. It is for every Gambian who believes our nation can and must do better. If you are a young person considering the back way, we ask you to consider one more option. Stay and build. Your nation needs your energy, your skills, and your dreams. If you are a farmer tired of broken promises, we invite you to join us in designing agricultural policies that actually serve farmers, not politicians. If you are a teacher frustrated by a system that measures certificates rather than learning, help us reimagine education. If you are a business person navigating corruption just to operate, work with us to build systems where enterprises thrive on competencies, not on connections. If you are a civil servant demoralized by political interference, help us strengthen institutions that professionalism is rewarded. But then, if you are a diaspora Gambian sending remittance home, help us build an economy where your family members can thrive without depending on your transfers. This is not BNT's movement. This is the Gambia's movement. We are simply offering a framework, a philosophy, and a structure. The transformation itself must come from all of us together. Then, here comes the road ahead. Starting today, as we will be wrapping up with this press release, BNT begins its national call for participation. Over the coming months, we will receive and review applications from young Gambians seeking to serve present here today. Conduct town halls in every local government areas to explain our visions and hear community priorities. Establish working groups on key records such as agriculture, education, health, justice, and economy. We will engage with civil societies, professional associations, and community organizations. We will build a movement based not on personality cults, but on shared principle and collective commitments. This will not be easy. Transformation never is. There will be resistance from those who benefit from the status quo. There will be skepticism from those who have heard promises before. There will be setbacks and challenges we cannot yet anticipate, but we are ready for it. But we believe the Gambia is ready. We believe that beneath the cynicism and frustration lies a deeper reservoir of hope, talents, and determination. We believe that Gambians are tired of policies as usual and ready for governance based on evidence, integrity, and results. In conclusions, our fellow Gambians and the friends of the Gambias, more than 60 years ago, the Gambia began its journey as an independent nation. We won our freedom not through violence, but through dialogue and determination. 8 years ago, we reclaimed our democracy through the ballot, not the bullet. These achievements prove that when Gambians unite around a common purpose, we are capable of remarkable things. Now, we must unite again, not simply to change leaders, but to transform systems. Not simply to win elections, but to win the future of this nation. The Gambia River flows through our narrow land, connecting us, nourishing us, divining us. Just that river has carved its path through centuries. One that honors our past while embracing our future. One that values both our indigenous wisdom and our contemporary aspiration. One that recognizes that true strength lies not in the past of one, but in collective will of many. Today, we plant a seed. We do not know if we will sit in this seat, in that seat. But we plant it because we believe in a Gambia where youth do not need to cross rivers to find opportunity. We plant it because we believe in a Gambia where farmers can feed their families and their nation. We plant it because we believe in a Gambia where systems work, where leaders serve, where citizens participate, where every one of us, regardless of your background, can live with dignity and respect. Change is inevitable. The only question is whether we will shape it or are shaped by it. But change is inevitable. Belief for National Transformation invites you to shape it. In conclusion, or finally, we thank you for all coming, both the press and then the members of Belief for National Transformation. May wisdom guide our path. May we have the courage to believe and the discipline to transform the Gambia. Belief for National Transformation. Modumbai, member of Belief for National Transformations. I thank you all.
Thank you very much.